What you're looking at is not a dinosaur, but it might just be the closest thing we still have. This bird doesn't fly. It doesn't hunt humans, yet experts consider it one of the most dangerous birds on Earth. This is the cassowary, and the story behind its fearsome reputation is more complex than you might think. This isn't just about a powerful animal, it's about survival, respect, and a creature that seems to have walked straight out of the past. So what exactly is a cassowary? Imagine a large, flightless bird, native to the lush rainforests of Australia and New Guinea. They can stand up to 1.8 meters tall and weigh over 60 kilograms. That's taller than many people, and built for pure power. Its body is covered in thick, coarse black feathers that almost look like fur. On its head, it wears a crown, a hard, helmet-like structure called a casque, which scientists believe helps it push through dense undergrowth and maybe even amplify its deep, booming calls. It's a striking sight, but the real story is in its legs. They are incredibly powerful, and each foot has 3 toes. The inner toe is where things get serious. It sports a dagger-like claw that can grow up to 12 centimeters long. And trust me, this is not just for decoration, it is a weapon, and the cassowary knows exactly how to use it. This brings us to the big question. Why is the cassowary considered so dangerous? First, let's be clear. Cassowaries are not predators that stalk humans through the jungle. They primarily eat fruit, but they are fiercely territorial and incredibly protective of their space and their young. When a cassowary feels threatened, it doesn't give you a lot of warning. There's no growling or posturing like you might see in other animals. It just attacks, and it attacks with explosive speed. Using those powerful legs, it can leap into the air and kick forward or downward, slashing with that deadly inner claw. The force behind these kicks is immense, capable of causing deep, serious wounds. In very rare instances, attacks on humans have been fatal. But it's crucial to understand this isn't because the bird was hunting. It's because it was cornered, provoked, or defending itself. It's a defensive animal, but its defense is a terrifyingly effective offense. Let's talk more about that claw, because it's the centerpiece of the cassowary's arsenal. Unlike the talons of an eagle, which are curved to grip and hold prey, the cassowary's inner claw is relatively straight and razor-sharp. It's designed for one purpose: slicing. Biologists have compared the potential damage to that of a large knife or a bayonet. When the bird kicks, all its leg power is concentrated into that one sharp point, which can easily cut through skin, muscle, and tissue. This is why experts and locals have one simple, unwavering rule. Never, ever provoke a cassowary. Don't get close. Don't try to get a selfie. And absolutely do not try to feed it. Trying to be friendly with a wild cassowary is one of the most dangerous things you can do in its habitat. In the regions where cassowaries live, people don't just fear them, they deeply respect them. For generations, local stories have described them as guardians of the forest, or even powerful spirits of the jungle. Farmers know to give them a wide berth, and hikers are constantly warned to stay alert and watch their surroundings. These aren't just myths or legends born from imagination. They are lessons learned from real-life experiences. Cassowaries are naturally shy, but they become unpredictable and aggressive when they feel stressed, cornered, or especially when they get used to being fed by humans. The moment they start associating people with an easy meal, the risk of conflict skyrockets. That fear you might feel is actually a survival instinct, a lesson passed down through generations. Give this animal its space. Now, despite this intimidating reputation, cassowaries are far from being villains. In fact, they are heroes of their ecosystem. They play a critical, irreplaceable role in maintaining the health of the rainforest. Cassowaries are one of the few animals capable of eating very large rainforest fruits whole. As they travel long distances through the forest, they digest the fruit and disperse the seeds in their droppings, often miles away from the parent tree. This process is essential for forest regeneration and for the survival of many plant species that depend entirely on the cassowary for seed dispersal. Without these giant birds acting as the forest's gardeners, many parts of the rainforest would struggle to grow and thrive. So, this bird isn't just dangerous, it's absolutely essential. Unfortunately, like many wild animals, the biggest threat to the cassowary is human conflict. As our towns and cities expand into their rainforest habitats, encounters are becoming more frequent. Roads cut through their territories, leading to vehicle collisions. Farms and suburbs bring people into direct contact with animals that would much rather be left alone. But the biggest problem is when people intentionally feed them. It might seem harmless, but feeding a cassowary causes it to lose its natural fear of humans. It starts approaching people, expecting food, and can become aggressive if it doesn't get it. This is when most dangerous incidents happen. Conservationists are clear on the message: respect their distance. Never feed wildlife. By letting cassowaries remain wild, we not only keep ourselves safe, but we also help protect the entire forest they call home. There's a reason these birds remind us so much of dinosaurs. With their imposing size, scaly legs, the helmet-like casque on their head, and that lethal claw, they feel like a relic from a prehistoric era. And in many ways, they are. Their ancestors, part of a group called ratites, which also includes ostriches and emus, have been around for millions of years. Their behavior, direct, powerful, and uncompromising, hasn't softened over time. They are a living connection to a world where survival was a raw, unfiltered reality, demanding strength, speed, and a healthy dose of caution from all who shared their environment. In the end, the cassowary is not a monster. It isn't evil. It is a wild animal, perfectly shaped by millions of years of evolution to survive in its world. It is only dangerous when misunderstood or disrespected. It is only powerful when it feels threatened. The cassowary teaches us a fundamental lesson of the natural world. Respect is not optional. It is survival. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, consider liking and subscribing for more stories from our incredible planet.